Hello everyone, good morning. This is me Neetu and I welcomes you all in my simple way. Today we're gonna start a new chapter of Classic Science NCERT's fourth chapter, that is sorting materials into group. Sorting materials. Now what does it mean by sorting materials? As we used to see different types of things or different types of materials surrounding us like table, chair, bicycle, book, pen, pencil, cloth, utensils, so many toys. Okay, we see all these different types of things or material in our surrounding which we use in our day-to-day life for our different purposes. But why we use different material or thing for our different purposes? Why we can't use a single material for all of our purposes? Because different material have different properties. For example, as we know that a tumbler, okay, or glass has a property to hold water, but can you just make a tumbler by using cloth? No, because cloth has a property to hold water. If you put water in it, it will be flow out. Okay, so today we're gonna study about different types of properties of material in this chapter. So let's start. Properties of materials. Okay, so first on the basis of appearance. Okay, appearance, then on the basis of solubility, on the basis of appearance, solubility and transparency. Okay, so we divide material on the basis of their appearance, solubility and transparency. Okay, appearance means how it looks like. Okay, solubility means whether it can be dissolved in water or not. Transparency means can we see can we see beyond of any object or not. Okay, so let's start with the appearance. On the basis of appearance, we divide materials basically into groups like soft and hard. Okay, hard, and hard material has other properties. Then on the basis of solubility, we divide materials in two groups like soluble or insoluble. And on the basis of transparency, we divide into three groups like transparent, transparent, opaque and translucent. Okay, so we will study all the properties of matter. And one second, one second. Hard is also grouped in whether it is shiny or luster, lustrous or non-shiny or non-lustrous. Okay, and insoluble materials are also divided into two groups like sink, sink and floating, floating materials. Okay, so basically these are the things which we gonna study in this chapter. So we will we will study one by one. Okay, so let's start with the appearance. So On the basis of appearance, we divide materials into two groups, whether it's hard or soft. So hard materials are those materials which can not be compressed or scratched. Okay, whether soft is the material which can be compressed easily and also can be scratched. Okay, so the hard material are the material which cannot be compressed or scratched easily. What does it mean by compressed or scratch? As you can say, this is a stone. Okay, can we just press it? Can we? No. Okay, we cannot compressed means pressed. We cannot pressed or compress this stone. Okay, whereas this is cotton. Okay, and we can easily compress it. Okay, we can easily press or compress it. So the material which can be easily compressed is called as soft, and the materials which cannot be compressed are called as hard. Okay, so example, stone. Here's example, cotton, etc. Stone and etc. Okay, so all that material which can easily be compressed or scratched are called hard, or sorry, cannot be compressed or scratched, and all that material which can easily be compressed and scratched easily are called as soft materials. Okay, hard materials have some other properties also, like luster and non-luster. Now what is luster? Luster means shine. Okay, some hard materials or metals which have shining properties. Okay, for example, you can say this is nail. Okay, iron. Both are the nail, but both look different, isn't it? One has shining properties, as you can see. Okay, and it has lost their shining properties. Okay, so this is hard, this is iron. Okay, we cannot pressed or compressed it. So this is hard, this is metals which has a shining properties, which, and the properties of shining is called as luster. That means metals or the hard materials have luster properties and some has non-lustrous properties. Okay, so the materials which has shining properties which do not shine. Okay, so on the basis of appearance we divide metals into two groups, that is hard and soft. Hard material which can easily be compressed and scratched, whereas the soft material which cannot be easily compressed, soft material which can easily be compressed or scratched, whereas the the material which cannot be easily compressed or scratched. Hard materials has also some other properties like luster and non-luster. Luster is the material which has shine properties, or the materials which do not have shine is non-lustrous, which do have shining properties is called as lustrous. Okay. Now we will group materials on the basis of solubility. Solubility. Now what is meant by solubility? Solubility means the materials or the things which can easily get dissolved in water. Means after dissolving it in water, we cannot see separately water as well as the things which has been dissolved in the water. Okay. So on the basis of solubility, we divide metals in two groups like soluble and non-soluble. Soluble means the materials which can completely dissolve or disappear in water. Okay. So the materials or the things which can completely dissolve or disappear in water are called as soluble, whereas the material which do not get dissolve or disappear in water is called as non-soluble. For example, sand in water. Okay, I'm showing you the experiment. Wait a second. See, this is the water. Okay, this is the water in a glass, and as you can see that this is sand. I'm mixing both of it together. Okay, can we see water and sand separately? Can we? Means sand is not dissolved in water. Okay, means sand is insoluble. Sand is insoluble because as you can see that it doesn't get dissolve or disappear completely in water. We can see settle down beside on the at the bottom of the glass. Can you? Okay, means this is the example of insoluble or non-soluble. Okay, so as we see that sand is insoluble or non-soluble, we can use non-soluble as insoluble. Okay, insoluble in water. Okay, whereas the ink in water is soluble. If we'll pour ink in a glass of water, we'll see that ink is completely get dissolved. Means we cannot separate or we cannot see separately ink as well as water in the same tumbler or glass. Wait a second. For example, this is water. Okay, I'm putting some drop of ink inside this water. Okay, after some time, we will see that the ink hasn't completely get dissolved in the water. Means we cannot see water as well as the ink separately in the same glass. Okay, so that means ink is soluble in water. So hope now you have ideas about soluble and insoluble. Okay, the insoluble materials have some other properties like sink and float. Okay, and float. Means what? Sink is the properties of materials which the properties of material which settle down at the bottom of glass, the which get settled at the bottom, okay, and the float which remains floating at the top of water. Can you see? Yeah. So sink means the properties of matter or the materials, materials which get settled at the bottom of the glass, or the float is the material which do not sink, which remains at the bottom of the glass or the water. Okay, wait, see, this is the glass of water, okay, and this is stone, okay. I'm putting this stone in the glass. As you can see, that's the stone gets settled at the bottom, isn't it? Whereas I'm putting the lid, okay, this is the lid. I'm putting this in the same glass. Can you see the leaves which is floating? Okay, it hasn't settled at the bottom of the water. Okay, so the leaves, example, dried leaf is the floating materials which remains at the top or which float with the water, whereas the stone is the materials or the thing which gets settled at the bottom because it has some weight. Okay, now on the basis of transparency, we divide materials basically in three groups, like transparent, opaque and translucent. Now what is transparent? So the materials through which we can see, okay, we can see objects. So the transparent is that material through which we can see, okay, and the opaque is the materials through which we cannot see objects, and the translucents are the material through which we can partially see the things, see the objects, okay. For example, this is the glass, okay, and can you see my finger, or can you see this marker through it? Can you? Yeah, we can see the marker through this glass body. Means this is transparent, we can see through this, okay. That's why this is the transparent. So the transparency has the property through which we can see or the objects. For example, this is glass, it's maybe plastic or so many things. Okay, so example, glass, plastic, etc. Okay, so glass, plastics are the object or the materials through which we can see clearly anything. Okay, next is opaque. Opaque is the property or the types of material through which we cannot see anything. For example, wait a second. For example, this is a type of cardboard. Okay, and I'm keeping my hand beyond this cardboard. Can you see my hand? No, you are not able to see my hand beyond this cardboard. Okay, means opaque is the property or the material beyond which we cannot see the object. Okay, so example like cardboard, wood, etc. Okay, whereas the translucent is a type of material or the property of material through which we can see partially. Okay, through which partially we can see the object. For example, this is paper and I'm putting this oil, some drop of oil on it. Okay, wait. Now after putting some drop of oil on this paper has become translucent. Okay, now can you see my finger beyond this paper? Yeah, you can see that something is beyond this paper, but you cannot clearly see that this is my finger, isn't it? So partially you can see that, yeah, there is something beyond this, but not clearly. Okay, now if we say this is written opaque on the board. Okay, so you can see that something is beyond this, but you cannot see or you cannot find out clearly what is it. Okay, so translucent is the property or the type of material through which we can see but not clearly. Okay, through which partially we can see the object present beyond any translucent materials. Okay, so the transparent is the material through which we can see the object clearly, and opaque through which we cannot see the object, and the translucent are the materials through which we can see but not clearly. We can partially see the object beside or beyond the object, beyond the material. So that's all about today's class. Please do like, share and subscribe. Keep watching. Take care. Bye bye.